guys, welcome back to Nostalgianomics. Has anyone been paying attention to XY? You know, all the mega evolutions? Because they're gone. And the ones that aren't gone, they're through the roof in price. So basically, if you're not aware of why this is happening, months ago, Pokemon did a little teaser on possibly bringing mega evolutions back to a new game that's going to be released in 2025. Which led people to the assumption they would be releasing Mega Evolutions again in the TCG because, you know, they brought EXs back. Mega Evolutions were released in XY where they had EXs and they weren't GXs or Vs. And that led more speculation that, well, if that happens, people will want the original Mega Evolutions, which drove herds of people back to XY to start buying them up. And because of this, we've seen prices spike on a lot of the singles, and we've seen the graded market for these dry up to the point there are 0 available for a lot of the PSA 10s and very few available, a lot of the top hit PSA 9s. So we're going to touch on all that. We're going to kind of give an update on what's going on. Before we do that though, I got to shout out Arizona TCG is today's video sponsor. If you are looking to sell any of your PSA, BGS, or CGC slabs, Arizona TCG runs a consignment service for them. They are 100% positively rated with 11K items sold and over 2,000 followers on their eBay page, meaning you're going to get in front of all the eyes on eBay and they're going to go for top dollar. Their fees are very transparent at 13.5%, only an added $5 shipping fee if it's under a $100 card, which is basically the same you're going to get selling it yourself on eBay, if not more. So make sure to check out Arizona TCG. The link will be in the description in the comment section below. So, I made a video a little bit after that news was released, making this very prediction, and, you know, it's another time we all got lucky. We all got lucky. I mean, we saw what Pokemon said, we put 2 and 2 together on Mega Evolutions coming to the TCG, we said, hey, if enough people want those, they're probably going to want these, and I said, it might make sense to buy up XY, and here we are. And so a lot of people say, oh, it's all manipulation, Alex. It's all buyouts. Well, it's in a way a buyout, I guess you could say, but it's because you're trying to predict the future market demand for them. And because of that, you're placing your money into things that you think have a good chance of rising in value. And that is very different from trying to manipulate anything or to buy out something. Guys, what a buyout is when everyone tries to get together and buy out a certain card to send it to the moon and then dump all those cards when it hits the moon and it sends it crashing back down and everyone holding the bag loses a bunch of money. That's not what this is because the prices aren't crashing and I don't expect the prices to crash. If anything, maybe they correct, maybe people get a little bored of that play going into the later months, but when next year comes, and that game's released, or if, you know, sets come out with those Mega Evolutions in it, it's going to send all the general public running back to these because what's going to happen is they're going to get on look for the new cards, boop, boop, boop. We're going to look for the Mega Evolutions in Scarlet and Violet, and what's going to happen? A bunch of the Mega Evolutions from XY are going to come up and they're going to say, wow, I wasn't even in the hobby when those were out. What is this card? It's going to send them down a rabbit hole, and they're going to want to go back and collect the originals because that's what people like to do. And so I don't see this being anything close to a buyout or manipulation. I think it's a long-term play that a lot of people see opportunity in, and they're putting their money to work where they see that. That's how markets work. Now, if you take a look at some of these cards I'm going to show on screen, right? Some of the cards from Ancient Origins, some of the cards from Roaring Skies, some of the cards from Fates Collide, XY Evolutions, you can see a lot of these are seeing massive price spikes. And I mean massive. Like, what is that Rayquaza from Roaring Skies? I mean, is it up like 100 and something %? And so this is what's happening, is the demand is going back there to make this play, but XY is unique. It's much more scarce, much lower printed than Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, and Scarlet and Violet. And so it takes much less demand to really drive the scarcity and drive up the price of that market. And then I'm going to throw on screen the graded cards. Yeah, that's right. I'm searching for Groudon PSA 10 from Ancient Origins. Or sorry, from Primal Clash. It's not there, right? You can search for other PSA 10s. They're not there, or there's 1 or 2 available. And then you try to look at the PSA 9s, and there's just as few available. 1, 2, 5. And what's happening is people are starting to buy them out, and they're realizing, oh wait, there's only like 100 of these in existence. There's only like 500, 1,000 9s in all of existence. We're used to dealing with 5 and 10,000 population reports on the popular cards. We're not going to be ready. The demand is going to be too high to deal with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100,000 pop reports on these XY cards, meaning it's going to take like a tenth of the amount of demand to return to XY to completely buy out the market. It's going to be gone. And a lot of these cards are trading for as much, if not cheaper, maybe a little more expensive than what Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, and Scarlet Violet cards are already going for. And so they're not going to break the bank. Obviously, the Pokemon market has shown us that they can afford it. We see what happened with Sun and Moon Alt-Arts, Sword and Shield Alt-Arts, the SIRs now, and the illustrations that are going really high in Scarlet and Violet, like the Magikarp, like the Greninja. So people have the money to spend on the singles and the slabs. What's going to stop them from buying the cards they want for their collection in XY when they realize they want them for their collection because they like the new Megas and they want the old Megas? And so that's kind of where we're at, guys, is anyone who already got in, you're already seeing massive gains. Anyone, if you're looking into the XY market, you're thinking about it, I can't tell you it's not a bad play. And you're saying, Alex, that's crazy. They're already up 30, 40, 50%, 100%. I get it. I get it. It's definitely more risky. It's definitely worse play than it was. However, if everything kind of comes to pass the way everyone's speculating, those cards could double again. They could. I mean, it's anyone saying they can't. They don't know how crazy these markets work and how fast they can move. And if you're wondering, just look at the alt-arts. Look at the trainer galleries. Look what we've just seen. Look what's happening with Scarlet and Violet. We've seen cards double in the past couple months in the SIR and IR versions. So, I mean, I'm just letting you know what's out there. I'm giving you an update, not trying to cause FOMO, not trying to cause panic. I just want you to be aware of one of the big plays that is going on right now and what could happen later on. Because what's going to happen is, when it does happen, you'll have all the YouTubers making their videos about it again, putting XY in the title and having all these thumbnails and charts going up, and it's going to be too late. And I don't want people to get in too late because those are the people that end up getting it dropped on them, like when you bought into alt-arts after they'd already risen up 150%. So, obviously you could argue maybe some of the cards, like the Rayquaza from Roaring Skies right now, that's up like 120, 30, 40%. Maybe it's a little too late on that one, not sure. But some of the other ones, they're not up that much yet. I don't think it's too late. I think there's still enough available, and they're still early enough to get in to still see some good moves. So that's all I got, guys. Hope it helped. If you guys are deciding to make any plays, I do have a link to to eBay. It's an affiliate link. It does help out the channel. It costs you nothing. If you are going to go shopping, I'd appreciate you trying to use that, help the channel out. But other than that, I'll be back here in a new video soon. I'm out.